T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life. And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I knew that hell would not have him.
You are all my children now.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney. I rule God damn me.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
Ooh, baby, 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 ooh, baby.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today, well, it's Sunday. It's the Sunday Horror Hangout. And with me on that Sunday Horror Hangout is Mad Matt from Mad Matt's Mask. What is up, man? How you doing? Happy Sunday, brother.
Happy Sunday to you, Michael, and happy Sunday to everyone in the chat. Dude, I always love being on this show, and it's the perfect way to end my week. But when you told me what we were talking about tonight, dude, it was a breath of fresh air, man. The movies that they have their, there's the list out there, and it's not going to be the same for everybody. What scared the shit out of me may be a walk in the park to you guys, but it's fun to talk about, man. And I love getting into the movies that, absolutely kept me up at night, got me into horror. Love talking about, what scared me, man. Glad to be here. Love you guys. Let's talk some scary shit.
Hell yeah, dude. And it's also cool that they threw, like, all the ads for this stuff. It's like, these are the answers according to science. It's like they've really dumbed that down for us to say, nope, it's science. You know what I mean? So you really have to click on it. You really have to link, to look at the link and to see how they broke that down. And it's another way to look at these things, man. Like this has always been something that's been opinion based, and not that this would be factual, but it's a fun way to measure. You know what I mean? It's a fun, different way to measure things, to say, look, we can have these debates all the time and it's always going to be different, but we are going to attach monitors to people while they watch this movie and measure their heart rate as this movie goes on. We're going to take all the numbers, you know what I mean? And we're going to put them together. And then it's just like, we'll come up with a list that way. Because, dude, like you said, man, you could have 1,000 people and you're going to get 1,000 different answers for this stuff. But if you take cumulatively, the results from your tests, you can kind of come up with, genuine reactions from people. And it's just another way to look at it, man. And I think that it's super cool. And I wanted to bring it on this show to talk about, because everything, it's like, well, that didn't scare me, but I'll tell you what did. You know what I mean? And I just think that this is a fun new way to look at it, brother. I do.
Yeah. And one of the, it's like, I hate to sound like a broken record because I brought this up to you backstage.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's important, man. And one of the biggest things to just keep in mind also is the time, when this came out. Like, most of the ones I'm going to talk about, if I saw them for the first time at 25, 30, probably a whole different, experience.
Yeah.
But most of them, for me, it's going to be, and I'm no badass, guys. I still get scared today. I'm not going to lie. But it's different.
Yeah.
The stuff when you were 10 that you snuck up to watch, your parents didn't want you to watch it, but you did anyway. And then it's, you're watching it at like, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and it starts to get to you. There's no feeling like that. Like, that's truly scared. Like, that's when I was truly terrified. And there's times I had to shut some things off. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, it's too much. Boom. None of that today, but it's something to keep in mind when it came out. The time period, is huge. I think
you think about how different it was as a kid too, being scared, because it's just like, well, I'm not going in there, like, hell no, I'm not going in there by myself. You've lost your damn mind. We just watched Phantasm. To whereas now, yes. You know what I mean? Whereas now somebody could watch Phantasm and be like, that ain't shit, but at the time, watching it as a kid, it was just like, okay, this is freaking crazy. This is absolutely nuts.
Yeah, and so much more has come out. Like, they could laugh at Phantasm,
right?
But they weren't there,
right. It was an evolution. It didn't start at craziest shit. It got there. You know what I mean? Like, we talked a little bit about this backstage, dude. When The Exorcist dropped, people were losing their minds. Losing their shit when The Exorcist came out. Now, yes, The Exorcist still is a tough watch for me, at this present time, but there's been...
I love to hear that, man. I think that's so cool.
There's stuff that's come out since that they've been like, well, this did this, so we have to elevate it. And, then something else came out and they're like, well, they did this, so we've got to elevate it. And, it's like a nonstop elevation of horror to where you get back to the original thing, that was scary, that people had to try to top. It's not really as bad because you're used to like 30 times worse of other people coming across trying to top that and then trying to top that. And then, hell, I mean, you might not even have been born when The Exorcist came out. I wasn't, you know what I mean? But people at that time, they had never seen anything like that. And I'm sure that there's going to be something that maybe comes in 20 years from now. That's fucking insane that we can't even fathom right now, like The Exorcist was for them in the 70s. Although we are a little watered down at this point. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely, man.
A little numb to everything that we see. So it's not going to be exactly the same for sure.
Gosh, I'm already seeing some great stuff in the chats, man. That's like, I'm like, yeah, I'm right there with you. Yep. Absolutely. This is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, I see. You know, we'll get to the chat here in a second, but you know, Michelle brings this up. It's all about flight or fight response. It is, man. It's like, you know, am I gonna freak out here? Am I gonna run away? You know what I mean? Like, am I gonna throw down or am I gonna run away? And it's that feeling, not that you're literally about to throw down or literally run away. You know what I mean? But it's just that. Yeah, 100%. I agree. Matt, let's see who we got in the chat so we can say hello to everybody and we can get started with this list. So the list is of 50. We're going to start at 31. There's no way I'm going through 50. And the only reason I'm starting at 31, well, you'll see when I get there. I see Melissa the Wild Card is in the chat, throwing out some movies there and then saying what's going on, everybody. What's up, Melissa? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Jacob Ware is in the chat as well. I hope you are doing well, sir. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Paula's in the chat saying hi to everybody. What's up, Paula? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Happy Sunday. Good to see you. Jerry Wilson is in the chat as well, saying hi, Michael and Matt. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Also, remind everybody to smash that like button. What's up, Jerry? I hope you're doing well, buddy. Russell Dorsey's in the chat as well, saying, what's up, everyone? Let's smash that like button if you haven't already. Hi, Michael, Matt, and everyone in the chat. Let's get this party started. Thug Life. Before I go on, Matt, I just want to tell you this before I forget, because you're really going to like this. So when I was trying to fall asleep this morning, I always turn on Tubi, and I was like, let me find a stupid shark movie, to fall asleep to.
Okay, you got my attention.
The Exorcist Shark is what I started watching. Before I fell asleep. I didn't make it far, but I still got to go back and find out how they ended up giving a shark an exorcism. Still curious about that. And when I woke up, because Tubi will just keep playing, right? It'll just it ain't shutting off, and it's gonna double up on every. When I woke up, Ouija board, Shark was on, and there was a ghost shark chasing a guy through the woods who was holding a Ouija board. These
are shark movies that I wouldn't even have turned on, Michael. I'm surprised.
Look, all I'm saying
is watch a bad shark movie any day.
I didn't turn it off. I finished it, and there's a part 2. Does Michael watch it? You goddamn right, he's gonna watch it. Ouija Shark. I may make that a show on Patreon where I watch one dumbass shark movie a month or something like that. Put it up there. I think it'll be freaking great. What's up, Russell? How you doing, buddy?
You know me out, dude. I love shark movies, but yeah, that's.
Oh, it was fantastic, man. It was fantastic.
I think the first movie that really hit me to where there's no limits they'll go to is when I saw Leprechaun Back to the Hood.
Oh, there was a shark. There was something shark in the hood too. There were sharks in the hood or some shit like that. That was another one. Yeah, dude, it's up there. It is up there. I'm telling you, it exists. Yeah. Tubi, my friend. Patrick's in the chat as well, saying the scariest films 1 through 10. Bigfoot. What is up, man? I hope you're doing well, Patrick. Good to see you, brother. Oh, let's see. Gina's in the chat as well, saying, everyone, happy Sunday. This will be an interesting topic. Yes, this is going to be fun. This is definitely going to be fun. It's science. I was looking for a picture of the reanimator that I was going to put on the front with him holding up a glass or something. I was thinking about doing that too. Wayne Turner's in the chat as well, saying hi all on a freezing cold Monday morning, 10 a.m. here in Sydney, Australia. Weather dies today. What is up, Wayne? I am jealous, brother. I am jealous.
What's up, Wayne? Weather dies tonight. I love it.
That is awesome. Michael G's in the chat saying hello all. Michael, it's a pleasure seeing you, Days of the Dead. Although I was disappointed you didn't buy all Mad Matt's masks inventory. I've gone ahead and still forget. Well, thanks, buddy. I mean, yeah.
What's
good
up,
to see
Michael
you too.
G?
What's up, Michael G?
What is up, buddy? Always good to have you on here, man.
Mr. Rick is in the chat saying, what time does it start? Is it 8? But my TV says 9. Just wondering. Always 8, buddy. Always 8 on Sunday. Sundays
so
is
Michael,
8.
you got to see Michael and Gina running the booth up at Days of the Dead, right?
I did. The crazy thing about that was I finished everything in an hour up there. And I think Saturday that I was up there, because I got the hotel for the weekend. I got a really good deal on the hotel. I just slept most of the day. I didn't go until towards the end.
Just answer me this. Should I trust them again to do that, or should they be fired? It's totally cool.
Oh, they did a good job. They did a good job. very welcoming hosts, Michael and Gina, for
All
sure.
right. I love it. I love it.
What's up, Mr. Rick? I hope you're doing well, buddy. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Jeff D'Angelo is in the chat as well, saying greetings and salutations. Kaylee and I are live from beautiful Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Dude, I love Tennessee.
Awesome.
I love it. What's up, Jeff and Kaylee? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Enjoy your time there in Pigeon Forge. What's up, guys?
Did I tell you about the kid when last time I was there that went in for barbecue that was wearing the cowboy hat and the belt buckle when I was in Tennessee? Oh yeah, that's another time. But yeah, don't let me forget about that one. He'd been at that barbecue. He was.
This
probably
is when you were in
Tennessee. Yeah, probably like 2017, maybe. Oh, it was great, dude. It was great. Jen's in the chat as well, saying hi to everybody. What's up, Jen? Hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday.
Oh my goodness, what is up, Jen? And dude, I just gotta say, Jen recently pulled out a beautiful collectible from our shop. It's a Jaws. It's a numbered statue, dude. It is so badass. It's Jaws popping out of the water. Pieces of the boat are like floating around. It sits on this like plaque that lights up, and like around the shark, the water illuminates. It's so sick. But
oh, that's cool, man.
Jen, I hope you absolutely love that piece. I'm so glad I could help you get that in your collection, and I'm so glad that you could join Movies and Beyond. Like I told you girls, this show is freaking awesome, and it's so great to see you on here.
Hell yeah, welcome. Patrick's asking a good question, Matt, and maybe it's one that you can answer for us. Where is the shape?
Okay, so what I know is, James is a great friend of mine. He was at the shop today, and he got the sniffles and like no other, man. And he actually left early because he wasn't sure if he was coming down with something or not, and didn't want to get anybody sick. So that was very kind of him. I also know that he has had issues with his tablet recently.
Yeah.
So it could be a number of things, man. I know James is trying to get a new tablet so he can get on and start chatting with us.
Yeah.
He could possibly be under the weather currently. So I'll just say, he'll be back as soon as he can. James, I hope you're feeling all right, man. We love you, buddy. And, we miss you here on the show. So
you're going to have to cut him off at Mad Matt's Mask till he gets the tablet fixed. Like, you're going to have to be like, look, buddy, you can't buy the Halloween knife today. You got to fix the tablet. And then
yeah. And it's so funny because he knows that. He's even said that verbatim. He's looked at stuff. He's like, well, but I got to get a tablet.
You got to get the tablet. You got to get the tablet done because we miss you, James. I hope you're doing well, buddy.
Yeah. He'll be, and he's most likely not able to engage, but I guarantee you guys, if you shout out to him, he's on there and he's listening. So
hell yeah, man. Hell freaking yeah. That's freaking awesome. Sarah's in the chat as well, saying evening, y'all. What is going on, Sarah? Happy Sunday. Good to see you.
What's up, Sarah? And Sarah is also going to be enjoying that beautiful Jaws statue, and got to see both of these fine women today, and it's awesome to see you ladies on here.
Oh yeah. Michelle's in the chat as well, saying happy Sunday, all. Happy Sunday, Michelle. Good to see you. Good
What's
to
up,
see
Michelle? Will I see Michelle at Horror Hound? That would be awesome.
Unclear. See, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to convince her to go because Nightmare People's gonna be there. Tuesday night's gonna be there. We had a great conversation with Tuesday night.
Mad Matt will be there.
Yeah, Mad Matt will be there. Robert Englund will be there. I'm not waiting in Robert's line though. Malcolm McDowell's gonna be there.
I love that. I love that.
He's gonna be there too.
I will be getting a few things signed from him. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. We are going to Chicago in August, though. We're going to Fan Expo. We'll try to meet John Carpenter up there, which I'm very excited about. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. Russell's asking, what is that mask, Matt? What you got there, buddy?
Dude, I love that you're asking, Russell, because hopefully you like it. I love it. And dude, this thing is probably it's no question. It's the cheapest mask I've ever probably bought or worn. This was a Spirit Halloween closing, 50% off, cheap plastic. Like there's nothing to this thing, but I liked it. I really did. I bet this mask cost me $8.
Hell yeah, man.
But that's
It's
all
like
it is,
labeled
dude.
like generic, like knife guy or serial killer
Dude,
guy.
yeah,
Like,
yes,
you know, like
yeah. No, there. You know what, Michael? I'll get back to you.
All right,
because you're not wrong. There's a
that's how they are, dude.
It's something very similar to that. But it's cool, dude.
Yeah.
There's mesh in the eyes. I've thought about maybe like do a little something different to it, but it's super cool. So yeah, hopefully you guys like it. But yeah, it's one of the cheapest masks you'll ever see me wear on here. But I dig it, man. It's comfortable.
Dude, I love walking into Spirit of Halloween and you get like that teenager that runs up like, "Can I help you, sir?" And you have that, like, you just kind of look at him and you have that inner Ron Swanson moment where you're like, I know more than you. You know what I mean? You just walk away from him. I swear to God, it's great.
Only thing he can help us with is like what's in stock, where'd you put it?
Right. Like just point me in the direction. I know what I need. Like, well, have you seen it? Don't show me shit. All right. I know exactly what that is. I'm not looking for that. Thank you very much.
Oh, all right. Now it's scary.
Hell yeah. Michelle's reminding everybody, hit that like button. Hell yeah. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please do so. Please.
No, I'm glad you guys like the mask because it's cool, man. Because I spend some stupid money on masks. So it's cool to like one that you can say you spent $10 on as opposed to 400.
Hell yeah. Mr. Rick said, "Good evening, Michael. I left a message on your Instagram. I had to get a new one." Okay, you got a new Instagram? Okay. Hopefully one day we could do the stream the way you wanted to do. Yes, you did, dude. Still waiting on that, man. You did. You bought the number 5, 100%. Yes. We definitely need to do that. So Mr. Rick, he was a VIP member on the channel. And when you're a VIP member, one of the perks is you get to do one stream with me. Okay. And Mr. Rick picked, he wanted to talk about the big 3, Michael, Jason, and Freddie, part 5s, and the disappointments they were after the great part 4s. Great show, man. Great show idea. And yes, Mr. Rick, definitely. Let's see. Who else did I miss? Did I get it right? I'm looking through names here. Just make sure if I missed anybody, I do apologize.
I do see that Michelle's trying to say that I'm just too busy, Matt, but it's like you're not too busy, or Michelle, to come see me. I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. Michelle, you're coming to Horror Hound and you're going to say hello in person. Yeah.
It's okay. All right. I think I got everybody, Matt. I think I have everybody. Like I said, this was a list of 50, but we're going to start with 31. And I am going to kind of break this down. I'm going to read a little bit here of the science behind it, so everybody understands how it's measured. So I understand how it's measured. I did look it over a little bit beforehand. Not going to lie about that. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. All right. So one of the things they measure, the scare score system, which combines both heart rate measured in beats per minute, heart rate variance measured in milliseconds or MS, returns for 2025. With heart rate and the higher number, the faster the movie got our audience's blood pumping, the indicator of excitement and fear as part of your fight or flight instinct. That's what we were talking about.
Okay.
Let's see. On the other hand, the heart rate variance, the HRV, measures the times in between each beat of your heart. The lower the heart rate variance is, the more stressed our audience members became, a good indicator of slow burn fear and dread.
My question right off the bat, though, is how long have they been doing this? Were they checking people's heart rates that were watching?
Oh, yeah, dude. They hooked everybody up in the theater to watch the movie. Like they measured.
Back in the day.
No.
Even.
No, each year they do it. Like they bring X amount of people in to watch the movie, and they hook
Right.
them up.
But how long ago did they start this? Is what I'm
They
saying.
do it every year. So they do it every year, and they start it in 2020.
2020. So that's not.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say is like they don't have that data from The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh nope, not reading that because they start talking. So that's how it is. And I'm looking at the chart here, and you have your movie, your average resting heart rate. So when you go in there and you're sitting there, that you're sitting there, it gives your average resting heart rate, and it looks like that 64 is the average of a lot of these, right? The average movie heart rate once the movie starts, the highest spike. So to me, that says jump scares, right? Because that's going to be your spike. That's going to be, oh shit. You know what I mean? That's not going to be going out throughout the whole thing. They have the overall difference in your beats per minute. The HRV, which they were saying, what was HRV again? The HRV is the heart rate variance. So the variance there. And then all of that together, it gives you a scare score. And that's how it's measured. So that's all the math they do. And they give you a scare score. Now, the reason why, Matt, that I wanted to start with 31. I was going to do 30. I saw what movie was 31. It's after the 4th of July. So, anytime after the 4th of July, it's Halloween, brother. It is Halloween. The 5th of July, Halloween starts. It ends on November 1st. There's nothing in between for me, dude. It's all Halloween all the time. And that's what is number 31. So the original 1978 Halloween, it measured, all the average resting heart rates was 64. Okay. So the average movie heart rate while the movie was going on was 77. Okay. So that's slightly elevated. The highest spike was 103. So to me, again, that shows, a jump scare. You're going to get that spike.
All right. So they had, okay. They weren't doing this in 78. They were having people watching it currently.
Again, they started in 2020.
Yeah. Okay.
And they've gone on to now. Right. And again, we talked at the beginning, it's going to be different watching it in, 78 than it is going to be now.
Right.
For sure. So the overall difference in BPM was 13. So when they were watching, when they were resting, they were at 64. While they were watching, 130, or I almost said 113. There was a 13 beat difference while they were watching all throughout the movie. That was the average of the audience. The HRV difference was 14, giving them a scare score of 64. Which, if you think about measuring movies of all time, all the scary movies of all time, being 31 isn't that bad for a movie that came out in 1978. I don't think that it's bad at all. How do you feel about Halloween ranking where it ranks?
So that's a movie I was never frightened by.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like it has a whole. I don't even feel like it. Yeah, it did not scare me, man. So where exactly was it? Where was its ranking?
31. Which is awesome because Halloween's on the 31st of October.
Yeah, I'd say fair.
Yeah,
it's
me
fair,
too. Me too.
Definitely. But yeah, it's just not one that I love Halloween, but it's not one that, and I actually watched that very late.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was, like I told you guys multiple times, I started off with 4 and 5, 6, and I had to go back and be like, okay, let's check out the origins of this shit that I love so much. So,
right.
I was very much an adult when I watched it. But yeah, it's solid.
All right, man. So number 30, A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984.
Now we're talking.
That came in at number 30. It had a 1 beat difference from Halloween. Went from 64 to 77 was the average heart rate while the movie was going on.
Sounds crazy.
Its highest spike was a 105. So that was 2 more than Halloween. So there was a jump scare in there somewhere that jumped them up pretty high. The overall difference is the same as Halloween at 13. The HRV difference is 14, giving it a score of 64 and putting it just 1 above Halloween. So Wayne's throwing out the Tina death.
Oh,
you know, like
terrifying, dude.
You know, like that.
I watched it. Terrifying.
And that's early. You know, that's somewhat early in the movie. It's not the very beginning, but it's somewhat early. God, dude, every time we talk about it, it makes me think of that same freaking scene, dude, that I absolutely freaking love. I know you know it as well.
It's God.
Favorite scene, 100%.
One of my favorite quotes.
Yeah, dude. And almost everything I have him sign, it's like either "Welcome to Primetime, bitch" or "This is God," for sure.
Same with our shop, man.
Oh yeah, I see that Tim's in the chat as well. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Tim? I love a glove that says just "This is God," Robert Englund. That's badass, man.
Oh yeah. Now my Nightmare 4 glove does say something different. It says, "I am eternal."
That's dope.
Absolutely love it, dude. Well, I actually love when he comes back in part 4 and says, "You shouldn't have buried me," as he's putting his hat back on and he goes,
"Oh, that's sick too."
Yeah, dude, so good, freaking good.
Hell, we just sold us a part 4 statue that said "Want to suck face," and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, with Toy Newkirk.
Yeah,
dude, so good.
But
so
let me know when you want me to talk about this one because I can go on all day.
Oh, go Nightmare, dude. It's all you.
So this is where like what I was talking about from the beginning. You know, here I am talking about Halloween, how, you know, it just did not scare me that much. And now you're talking about a movie that's only a point away from what, you know, Halloween has, but it's miles away from me as far as, you know, the scare factor. But that's because I was watching Nightmare at 8 years old as opposed to 28 when I watched Halloween. But, you know, there are few movies that I will say truly scared me. And the original Nightmare is one of them.
Yeah.
And the scene that immediately, there's really just 2 that really come to mind. And Tina's death, that was done so well. And when you're watching that at whatever, 8, 10 years old, whatever, as a kid, this girl, you know, going all over the ceiling, all the blood, dude, it was terrifying. And then what else got me was the body bag in the hallway.
Dragon. Yeah.
Yes. When she's, you know, she looks over and, you know, Tina's body goes up and it starts being carried away. Even the girl, you know, no running in the hallway, she frightened the shit out of me more than Krueger, I would even say. You know, she runs around that corner, hits this girl, and, you know, whatever she says, you know, hey, you know, oh, where's your hall pass?
Yeah.
You know, where's your hall pass? And then it turns into Freddy. Dude, those were frightening to me, man. Something about that body bag. I had nightmares of that body bag. So,
yeah, dude,
it's way up there for me, man.
Nightmare for me was the movie because I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it on home video, and it was the one to watch that as a kid, it was like you were kind of looking around in your bedroom at night. You know what I mean? Like if I go to sleep, is Freddy gonna be there? Or, you know, like those are the things, you know, we thought of, or at least I thought about, you know, as a kid. And I loved it, dude. I loved it. It made me feel that way, to where it was different from Friday the 13th for me, because I was more now minus part 3. Okay, and minus part 3, Jason, because that fucking scared the shit out of me at the end. Where he's scratching.
We had that in common.
Yeah, dude. That scared the shit. But other than that, you know, like Jason in part 4, you know, like I was rooting for. I was like, yeah, dude, he's so badass. You know, like that's the way I was looking at Jason, to whereas Freddy actually was like fuck. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing I can do. He could turn into anything. You know, it was freaking scary for sure. I see that also Teal has joined the chat as well. What's up, Teal? Hope you're doing well, my man. Good to see you. Good to see you.
What's going on, Teal?
All right, dude. We're at number 29, and this is what I'm interested to hear your take on. But I can see why it's up there. Number 29, Matt, is Barbarian. Barbarian. So that's a 64 resting, 78. So it's one above Halloween and one above Nightmare for average beats per minute. The spike was only 97 though. Okay, to whereas a Nightmare on Elm Street was 105. Halloween
I know what I spiked.
Yeah. Overall difference was 14. HRV difference was 14, giving it a score of 64. What do you think the spike was from, Matt? I already know what it is. Go ahead.
That behemoth came busting out the front door.
Yeah.
With their big old boobies and
just swinging around. Yeah, 100%.
8'5" of crazy.
I mean, 8'5" on the short end. You know what I mean? She might have been taller than that. Yeah, she might have been taller than that.
But God, I mean, you talking about a shit your pants moment, dude. That's where I would rather fight. That's where I would rather fight a juggernaut dude that they say is the 5-time UFC heavyweight champ. I'd give me him.
Yeah, than that. I'm not fighting that.
Than that.
Yeah, I'm not fighting that, dude. I don't even throw a punch, dude. Like, there's more of, you could be standing there, me and you could be standing there, and she comes busting out. You're gonna look over like, Michael, what the hell is that? And you're just gonna see me fucking hauling ass. I'm not gonna ask any questions. I am piecing out, dude. Like, there is no conversation between me or you. It's kind of like that without a paddle moment where I'm taking my shoes off. Like, I just got to outrun you.
I'm gonna try to grab your leg.
No, dude. I've got about 4 good sprints left in me. I used one of them about a year ago when I threw a bag of trash in a dumpster and a raccoon jumped out at me. I was still impressed with my speed. Still got that 4.540 when I need it. Not that I could do it. I probably got about four of those left in me. I guaranteed I'll use 2 of them for that. She comes running out of there like that. I'm gone,
dude.
I am gone.
Just
she comes running out the door. Freaking Cincinnati Bengals are going to be like, we need to sign this guy. Like, I am out.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
I'm passing everybody. Look like Forrest Gump. I just felt like running. You know what I mean? Like, I am gone. I'm done. So yeah, dude, 100% Barbarian. That had to be the oh shit moment, that got everybody. But it's kind of surprising, man, for the next one, and I think you'll enjoy this next one too as well, Matt. Number 28, and it is the OG coming in, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. The average heartbeat was 77. Sorry, I still got Barbarian highlighted there, was 77. The highest spike was a 99. Overall difference is 13. HRV difference is 15, giving it a scare score of 65. What do we think was that moment in the OG Texas Chainsaw Massacre? There's a lot of them, dude. Like in that OG movie. Now, it's been probably about 2 years since I watched the OG. All right. But there's a lot of moments. I think about when he grabs that guy and goes in and slams the door shut. To me, that always scared the hell out of me. There's chasing Sally at the end. There's that. There's a lot of stuff going on there. When she's sitting at the table, that's another one, dude. There's a lot going on there.
Isn't there also a silent movie, or I'm sorry, a silent scene where they're in the woods and it gets quiet for a second and the chainsaw starts up out of nowhere?
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, for me, man, it's another one I watched a little bit too late to where I had seen too much, so I can't say that it truly terrified me all that much. But yeah, for me, I'd say it's him when he first bust out of the door and, comes and grabs her, puts her on the hook.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, him slamming that door always got to me as a kid. Like the movie already felt grimy to me when I watched it. Like when you're done watching it,
it's
it's
grimy.
almost like I need to take a shower. You know what I mean? Because it was just so hot and so freaking grimy, dude, that it was just and I always felt that way, even as a young kid. Like, man, that is just a tough watch, you know.
Like after a Rob Zombie movie, now you want to get a little soap and water on you.
Just a little bit, you know, just a little bit. It's like, I'm gonna go take a shower. It's like, why? It was just grimy in there.
Those guys were dirty.
It was just fucking grimy in there. See the Val from Val's Views is in the chat. The Generals always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond. What's up, Val? I hope you're doing well.
I also got to ask Val if she received her.
She did. I forgot to tell you. She sent me a message to tell you, and I'm just now remembering. I'm sorry, Val. Yes, she did.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Val, I hope you love it. Congratulations on your win. And yeah, Val, I hope you love it, man.
Yeah, I dropped the ball on that one. Sorry, Val.
No. But what I was going to say too, though, do you remember 31, that real dirty guy that's telling Sherry Moon Zombie that he's got a mattress out back and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, oh God.
Yeah. Like,
she had to have wanted to take a shower after that scene. Like,
I'll be honest with you. Okay?
I bet he's the sweetest guy, actor. But, dude, that scene, you're just like, oh.
31 is one that it doesn't have a lot of rewatch value for me. Like, I'm not like, oh, I need to.
For me.
Not me, dude. 31 is not. No. Not for me. Let's see. Oh, Val is saying it looks amazing on her horror shelf, Matt. Amazing.
I love that, Val. I love it. Enjoy.
Michael G is saying I about shit my pants when Samara came through the TV in the ring.
No,
that was a freaking good one. Speaking of the ring, you guys, if you notice on Michael's channel, make sure that you guys are here Friday and be there before 8. The trailer for the 7th day will be premiering. And look, it's set as a premiere, so I can't be like, pause it. You know, nobody's here. It's already set to a premiere. I would recommend getting there at 7:45, 7:50. If you guys want to chat, you know, in the live chat, because it is a 2-minute trailer. And once it's over, it's over. Now, I will be going live at 8:15 that night, and I will be having some of the cast and crew on here, and we're going to talk a little bit about the 7th day. So I'll remind everybody at the end. I just saw Samar and was like, oh, we should mention that. That should probably be a thing. So for sure. Matt, we are down to number 27. And this one for me, dude, I can't speak too much on it. I believe that I've seen it once. It's number 27, A Quiet Place. Quiet Place. Is that the one with Jim from The Office?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can speak on that one a little bit. Average beat per minute was 78. Now, it had a spike, Matt, of 120. That's the highest one that we've seen so far, of 120. Overall difference was 14. The HRV difference was 13, with a scare score of 67. So the 120 is what's got me. Like, I probably can't think of. I mean, I remember the kid. He had the toy, right? Didn't the kid have like the toy at one point, and it made some noises, and they turned around like, "What the hell are you doing?" Why? First of all, why'd the kid have that toy? You know what I mean? Like, if it's making noise. But I couldn't really speak on it, and dude, that's a huge.
It is. I'm also of no use. I just could not get into the Quiet Place stuff. I watched the first one in pieces. I think it just was not my jam. I'll just say that. I could not get into them. I think I tried the second one and, you know, maybe watched half of it. Was not my jam, man. So I'm not trying to dog it, you know, but I have no dog in this race, man.
You know, most of these.
I know what you're talking about, Michael. I remember that.
Yeah.
Where it's intense and they're trying to be super quiet, and the kid makes a noise with the toy. That's got to be it. But still, how does that spike like that? Like
I think something happened. Like neither one of us are experts on The Quiet Place. I think that we're missing something. I do. I think that there's probably a huge oh shit moment in there.
Experts on anything, but
yeah,
especially The Quiet Place.
I feel like I'm an expert at sleeping. Well, I can't even do that right. I can't even sleep right.
But yeah, we're not cut out for this one.
Yeah, it's like
I couldn't get into them, man. I don't know why.
You might be for yeah, you're fair. That's fair. Jen is saying for me it was Children of the Corn. Hell yeah.
I can get on board with that shit.
Yeah.
I can get on board with that. Yeah. What was his name? That was it the main kid? Ezekiel or
you're not talking about Malachi, are you?
Malachi. He was frightening, dude. Yeah. He was frightening.
Dude, they were cool as shit though. They like saw them at Scarefest. They were super cool.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
But Malachi
Michael, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. Just walking to the convention with the Children of the Corn. No big deal.
That's awesome.
It's no big deal. They just asked me for directions, and I said, "Okay, guys, follow me, Children of the Corn, and I will show you where to go." It was fantastic.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I remember you telling me about that. Malachi was dude. He got under my skin a little bit.
Yeah.
So Jen, I'm right there.
Outlander. Let's see. Michelle telling people not to be late. Michelle's like, don't threaten us, Michael. Don't threaten us. It's in YouTube's hands at this point.
Keep it rolling. I'm going to hit the restroom real quick, buddy.
Yeah, man.
I'll be right on back.
All right. Yeah, really big there. Teal is saying 31 is a banger and funny as shit thanks to Richard Brake. Richard Brake is super cool. He is super, super cool. I like Richard Brake. Michelle is saying that one doesn't scare me because it's so dang quiet. I get it. Yeah, it's different. It's definitely different for sure. Wayne says Emily Blunt and her real life husband. He'll always be Jim to me. I mean, I watched The Office like religiously when that was on. Like I still go back and watch. Like Peacock has like the best of The Office, and they have like the fan favorites that they put all in the like so many seasons, and I go back and watch that probably more than I watch the you know, going through and watching the whole thing. But I like to have that show on every now and then for sure. Michelle saying I love the cat in the last one. Oh yeah. Wayne is saying it's too quiet for me. Tim is saying Quiet Place was boring, but the barefoot stairs scene. And he's saying the nail. See, dude, that might have been it. That might have been the one, you know, that gave it such a high spike, like a 120. Like, dude, that's the biggest one that we've seen so far, for sure. Definitely the biggest one we've seen so far. Wayne is saying I expect the original Blair Witch Project to make the list. We will see. We will see. Michelle saying you're talking Children of the Corn. You're talking to me. I will give you the names. There's Isaac. There's Malachi. Tim is saying my son's name is Malachi. It is. Jen saying I had to watch that one when I was like 5. Hell yeah. Michelle is saying Blair Witch was awful. Plus, I got really sick. You know, you're not the only person. Somebody else was talking to me about that. Who the hell was I talking? But they were talking about. Oh, we were talking about it at work. Somebody I work with, we were talking about that, and they said that they liked the last half of Blair Witch, but they had a lot of problems with the early half because they were getting dizzy because the camera was spinning around so much. So yeah, a lot of people felt that way. You know, a lot of people felt that way because of the, you know, the way that the camera was being used at the beginning of that movie and through, you know, the beginning part of it for sure. Wayne said they made another 12 movies of them. Oh yeah, the Children of the Corn. I know that there's a bunch of them. There's definitely a bunch of them. Oh yeah, yeah, that was a day. That was definitely a day. Wayne says Courtney Gaines, the red hair. All right. Sarah said The Grudge should be on the list, in my opinion. Hell yeah. I you know, I got to meet Takako Fuji last weekend, and she was amazing. It's funny because the things that scare you when you watch them, like, don't get me wrong, when The Grudge came out, that was creepy as shit. She's got that face, and it's just like she was doing it for all the pictures, and it's just like, and then she's so nice. She's sitting there shaking everybody's hand, and she's so cool. She had a translator with her because she had just flown in from Tokyo. I was talking to her and her translator for a few minutes. I got there on Friday, and there was like no line, so I went right to her and got to talk with them for a little while, and she was so cool, very grateful, for all the fans showing up for her. She was fantastic. But The Grudge itself, and one of the things she was telling me is she wrote on my poster, she wrote that, the sound, and she like wrote it out. She goes, she made the sound, but she said that wasn't me. That was the director that was doing, the sound. And I was like, okay, I get it, but she put on her makeup and everything. She was fantastic. She was great. I loved it. Teal is saying, I like the 2016 Blair Witch, but the original is untouched. It had us thinking it was real when we were younger. Yeah, that's the way they marketed it, that movie. It was a genius marketing strategy. We really didn't have the internet for anyone to tell us any different. It was just like, this shit's real. We hadn't really seen found footage too much at that point. So the marketing for the Blair Witch was fantastic. It really was. All right, Matt, we ready to move on? Welcome back, sir. You ready to move on to number 26?
Absolutely. What year was the Blair Witch?
Shit, dude, that was like 90. Trying to think of when it was before I went away to maybe 96 or 97. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I know it was around that time.
But you're right. Like that's
99.
I've never been a Blair Witch fan.
It was 99.
But they did have that going for them where we could not look any of that up and say, bullshit or whatever, But I had no idea it was that long ago, Michael.
Yeah. Yeah, man. All right, Matt, number 25. You ready for it?
Bring it on.
Terrifier 3. What's that guy?
Interesting.
That does that thing. He'd be like, I guess. I mean, it was gross. You know what I mean? Like, I really wasn't scared. It was gross.
Was this the guy in Terrifier?
No, it was just the guy who'd be online and be like, like, doesn't make any sense. Like, why are you doing it that way? But,
yeah, I don't remember that. But,
Terrifier 3. Average heart rate was 79. Highest spike was 97. Overall difference was 15. HRV difference was 15. Scare score 68. Dude, I found this movie more funny and gross than I don't think there was a moment in that movie, maybe because I'm 48 years old, that I was afraid of whatsoever. But yeah, Terrifier 3. That's there. Yeah.
Michael, I 100% agree with you. The first Terrifier, in my opinion, there were some scary parts.
Yeah, I agree. Okay?
But once you've seen that, and then they took it further and tried to make more of a story with it.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it lost its creepy factor. It's a movie that I don't think needs a big story like it's trying to do with 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah.
It should have stayed a simple slasher, grimy, grungy, so I'd be much more terrified from the first one than any of the others, man. So
yeah. Me. I mean, yes, Michelle, it was the one. Yes, it was at Scarefest. I remember most of us just laughing and being like, oh God, that's nasty. You know what I mean? Through the whole thing. Yeah. Like that was it. Teal said, isn't Terrifier 3 the one that had people vomiting in the theater, or second one, perhaps? Both? I have no idea, man.
I think that's all of them.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Russell says that whole beginning of Terrifier 3 was nightmare fuel. Where he's like Santa Claus and he's in the hat and it's I don't know, dude. But like I said, all of these hit differently. They all definitely hit differently for different individuals. So, I could see how some people, it might not hit me. But then again, I was the one that freaked out in the first Paranormal Activity. And I'm sure all of you guys will laugh at that. That scared the shit out of me. All right. Like I always say, my brain, it just functioned as that's a real camera. It's not a movie camera. I couldn't make sense of it, yeah. So there's just certain things.
No, Michael, you're so right. And you're spot on with this. Like,
yeah,
I can see, people watching the later Terrifiers and being, scared. But I know the way that I look at it and you look at it.
Yeah.
They're almost, for us at this point, it's a little bit more laughable,
Yeah.
Well,
it's like it's almost like with Terrifier. It's like, how bad is this gonna be? Like that's where I am with Saw at this point. It's just like, all right, how fucked up is this gonna be? Like what kind of contraption does he have? What's it gonna do to him? You know what I mean? And it's just like, okay, like you just know when you go into Terrifier, you're gonna see something ridiculous, and it's gonna be absolutely ridiculous for sure. All right, let's move on to number 24, Matt. This one, I watched this movie one time and it was good enough for me. Was it good? I enjoyed it. Will I watch it again? No. Like I just won't. Like I won't. It's Bring Her Back. I don't know if you've seen Bring Her Back, but this got a 64 to 78 for average heart rate. 81 for the highest spike, 14 was the overall difference, 18 was the HRV difference, and the scare score was a 68. Bring Her Back was crazy. When that kid was biting on the table and his teeth were breaking, and God, dude, like, yeah. Do you remember Talk to Me where the kid was banging his head on the desk and you're kind of like, oh God, that's terrible. Bring Her Back saw that and said, all right, I hate to use this generic phrase, but hold my beer. We're going to top that. As kids just bite. Oh my God. No.
Michael, I don't think I've seen Bring Her Back.
Yeah, you should check it out. I think it's on HBO Max. It was good. It was good. One time watch. I'm glad I watched it. Don't need to see it again.
Who made that film? Do you know?
Who made it? No, I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. But yeah, Bring Her Back. That came in at number 24. I feel like number 23 is going to disappoint you as well. Wayne is saying Australian horror movie so disturbing. I watched it in theaters and have it on Blu-ray. Dude, it was very disturbing. Very dude, it was manipulation in that movie. It was just, yeah, that movie was intense. It was about this guy and his little sister. They get adopted and they go together. The mom doesn't want the boy, so she's setting him up in all these ways to make him look like a piece of shit. And it's kind of there's all kinds of stuff going on. I don't want to say too much. If you haven't seen Bring Her Back, you guys should check it out. Yeah, I thought so, Wayne, but I didn't want to say it because I wasn't sure. But yeah, it is, the people that made Talk to Me. They did that as well. I thought so, but I didn't want to say it until I looked it up for sure. But yeah, dude, check out Bring Her Back if you haven't. I was good. But Matt, I am thinking that number 23 is going to disappoint you because it's kind of disappointing me a little bit. And number 23 is Terrifier 2 with a 64 resting to 78. Highest spike was 91. Overall difference was 14. HRV difference was 17 with an overall score of 68. So I feel like Terrifier 2 just falls under the same Terrifier 3 description for me. It has those parts where it's just like, oh God, that was nasty. You know what I mean? But for the most part, it's not it's not a fear that it's putting in me.
No.
It's just more of like a, like that's nasty.
Yeah.
I hear Cleveland from Family Guy like, that's nasty.
What do we have to do to get past the Terrifier sequels?
Well, I mean, we only got one left. Like,
Right. But
so,
yeah, I mean,
mean,
I'm with you, man. The original, in my opinion, had some scary parts.
yeah,
But after that, you were just more intrigued, or like you said, Michael, it was like, how gross can it get?
yeah.
But it wasn't like, in my opinion, I was never terrified of the Terrifier.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh yeah, man.
I guess some people are. I don't know.
Yeah. Michelle said, "Okay, a bunch of children must watch these." It's possible, but I am a big
This
fan at number 22.
this I'll say was creepy, and this is the original Terrifier when they're hiding in the like locker, and he's got the wearing the woman's breast, and he's flipping his hair back, and he's wearing her. That was pretty creepy, but I think that's where it tapped out as like creepy, and then it just got, like you said, to just be like, what are they going to do next? How much gore can they do? But never terrifying. Like, yeah.
Just real quick to wrap up with the original, like I think that there's plenty of scary scenes in the, like, because you got to remember, art was new, right? When he's sitting in the restaurant across from them and he's got that look on his face, it changes to the smile and he does like the little wave. And then the girl comes and sits on him and takes a picture and he has that. Like, yeah, dude, I thought that was creepy as shit, but
I agree.
I don't know. With Terrifier 1, yeah, that's where it's at. Who knows? Maybe it's on the list. I can't see all the way up. I'm scrolling as we go.
Yeah. Two on. They lost the creepiness and they just went to like, how much gore can we do, or or comedy. There's a lot of comedy there too in the Terrifier.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Yeah.
Number 22, Matt. They have The Ring. The Ring. 64 arresting, 78. Highest spike of 114, and I know when that was. Overall difference of 14, HRV difference of 15 with a 69 score. The jump scare, girl in the closet, dude. 100%. The pan to the girl in the closet with her jacked up face. It's just a quick, like, loud, right there with her face all jacked up. We had never seen anything like that before. 100%. 100 freaking percent. That was The Ring's jump scare. For sure. Anything to add to that one, sir?
Yeah, I lost my earbuds.
Oh, no. Are they on the floor?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
All right. Well, hell, then do I really need them?
As long as we don't start echoing, it's fine.
Yeah. So I took the mask off and my earbuds went flying somewhere.
All right.
But yeah, as long as you can hear me. What's the question?
The Ring. The Ring. The jump portion of The Ring was 114. And I already know that that's when they panned to that girl in the closet and her face was all twisted up. It's a quick, like, screech as it shows her 100%. We'd never seen no shit like that. I remember jumping in the theater. Still one of my favorite jump scares in any horror movie. And I know that was it. You guys are going to kill me because I've not seen number 21. It's one of those movies that I was like, man, I got to check this out. And I just never did. You ever have a movie like that where you're like, oh, I got to check that out, and then you just forget that it even exists?
Well, what I was even going to say though, like when you're talking about, like, you start talking about, like, The Ring scares and stuff, it's like, that's why I like having friends like you, Michael. We're the same age, and getting older sucks, but there's cool parts where we can at least talk about that shit, and reminisce about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how many people can you sit there and start talking about when you first saw the original Scream and shit? Like, dude, it's awesome. But yeah, as far as, I would have thought the biggest spike with The Ring would have been her coming out of the television, not the scare in the closet.
So for me, I just thought that was cool. Like, for me, I thought it was cool. But
right, but what did get the biggest spike? Do you know?
well, no, it doesn't have a list of scenes. We can only speculate what the spike would be. But from showing that a spike is definitely going to be a jump scare, I would think that was that moment. Like it's all speculation. I can't say whether I'm right, wrong, or like whatever. It's all speculation at that point. But yeah, so number 21, Matt, this is a movie that I always meant to see, and I just forgot that it even happened, to be honest. It was on my list for the longest time, and that was Oddity. Oddity.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I just
that
forgot.
movie's so good.
So that's number 21. It had
Is
a
it really?
average movie heart rate of 77, a jump of up a spike of 108. The overall difference was a 13. The HRV difference was a 17, giving it an overall scare score of 69, and it's number 21.
Okay.
All right.
What did you think of Oddity, Michael?
Again, I didn't watch it.
You've not seen it?
No.
Oh.
No.
Dude, check it out, dude. Check it out.
See, I will say that I will, and I've said it like multiple times. And it's like that movie's been on my list forever to see. And then
you'll check that out pretty much when I check out
Welcome to Derry.
No. Poltergeist 2.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And I do want, but Michael, I'm not even gonna get into it because I'm afraid I've lost your freaking DVD and I owe you one. And yeah,
Poltergeist 2.
Let's just move on.
All right. Number 20 is Insidious Part 2.
Oh, you got my attention.
The second Insidious with a average rating of 64.
Why are we skipping Insidious 1? What the fuck?
Well, we're only at number 20. So we're not we're going in reverse order.
I got you.
Yeah, we haven't skipped it. But it had a jump scare of 118, and I'm trying to think what the jump scare was in Insidious 2. If we get to Insidious 1, I know that jump scare, or at least I think I do. 118 overall difference is 14, HRV difference is 15 with an average or a scare score of 70. So that hits 70. It is number 20. Can you think of the jump that was possibly in Insidious 2?
I will. First, I want to show you guys this beautiful mask that I was wearing because son of a bitch, it is beautiful. But I just got to tell you guys that you're probably
nice.
Never going to see it again.
Okay.
I had to do it. I love this mask so much. I had to do it one more time. You guys probably don't remember, but I wore it back in the day and it hurt my face so bad. And I told you guys back then, I was like, I'll never put that on again.
Yeah.
But I did tonight. So the little time I had it on, I hope you guys did like this, but I think the bands are too tight and it just like wants to smash my face and it hurts like a son bitch. But yeah, hope you guys like that. It is a beautiful ass Slipknot mask, but
oh yeah,
I'm retiring this from Movies and Beyond.
Again.
For the second time, yes.
For the second time.
Now what was the question again, Michael?
Insidious 2 jump scare.
Man, because I'm a huge Insidious fan, and I've been actually watching them recently with my dad, and I think 2 we kind of jumped around. We got like the skeleton key, and I think 2's next for us. I can't think of a nasty jump scare in 2, dude. Like, only thing I can think of that's like intense is when he's talking to Parker Crane, who is Patrick,
right?
And he says, he's saying, what do I have behind my back? He says, what does Parker Crane have behind his back? And he jumps out. That's all I can really think about, man.
Yeah, he rolls the things and it says knife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Unless it's also is, I don't know. Parker Crane's mother, in my opinion, is no one will ever beat this. How frightening she is and sexy she is at the same time. I don't think it'll ever be beat. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Parker Crane's mother.
I do not.
Dude, she wears
Why
the
do I not
tight,
remember that?
she wears the tight dress. She's the one who wants him to be Parker Crane to be a girl,
A woman, yeah, or a
Yeah.
girl, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And this is just could be just my little thing, fantasy or whatever. But yeah, she is frightening and gorgeous at the same time.
It doesn't stick out to me, and I mean it.
Give me 2 seconds, and I was lucky to get her autograph from a collection, and it's right here. I'll show you.
Jerry wants to know if Wrong Turn made the list. I don't know, buddy. I do not know. Michelle is saying the first Insidious deserves to make the list. I agree, along with Sinister and The Conjuring.
Her, remember her?
I remember her. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is Parker Crane's mother, from Insidious.
Okay.
Yeah, and that could just be my opinion. I think she's frightening, and I also want to take her out to dinner. But you know, I'm a weirdo.
Okay. Well, let's move on to number 19.
Yeah,
Let's do that. We still
yeah.
got 19 of these to get
Moving
through.
on sounds great.
Number 19, I'm relying on you, Matt, and the chat because I really don't have much for this one.
And I know I'm not alone. You guys.
The
reach out
autopsy
and
of
post
Jane
anything.
Doe. The autopsy of Jane Doe. Did you see the autopsy of Jane Doe?
I did.
Okay. So this is a 64 to 78, a 122 spike, overall difference of 14. Yeah, 122 spike with a scare score of 70.
I don't remember enough really to talk. I've seen it once. I'm just being honest. I do not remember it enough to really talk about it. Have you seen it, Michael?
I have not. That's why I'm relying on you guys for this one. I have, at least I don't think so. Like I know the title, but that's really about it. So, tear me up. I haven't seen it. So let's go ahead and move on to number 18, to which I'm not going to be very good for either. Quiet Place Part 2. That's up there with a 123 spike and a 71 score. So if I wasn't very good in A Quiet Place 1, I'm not really good in A Quiet Place 2 either.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and move on to number 17.
It's a movie that surprises me. Like
Yeah.
I've seen the Jane Doe, but I can't remember anything that was like.
What about A Quiet Place 2?
No, I couldn't get into those at all.
Okay. The Babadook.
That's terrifying.
Number 17.
now we're talking.
So that has a 119 spike, an average heart rate of 79, with an overall difference of 15, HRV difference of 15, and a score of 72. The Babadook.
I don't know how you guys hear me with no headphones, no earbuds, nothing. This is crazy.
Well, your voice is going through the microphone.
Right, but okay.
Yeah. So that's
I'm just impressed. I mean, I hear you fine though.
well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, Babadook, dude.
It's a good one. I actually don't own that one. It's one that I should own, but I don't. It's one I definitely need for the collection.
It's every bit as much terrifying as it is depressing, because oh my God, how can you watch that and not feel for that mother? Just like it's depressing. It really is. Do you remember it enough, Michael? Like,
yeah, to an extent. I mean, it seems like, and here's the thing, right? So anytime, this is kind of like a ring grudge for me. Anytime anyone brings up the Babadook, they always bring up Hereditary. You know what I mean? Like, they seem to go in a lot of, stick with a lot of the same conversations. Like, I feel like a lot of people who talk about the Babadook also talk about Hereditary, because I feel like the horror is very close. I think that they're the that type of horror, and I think that they're talked about a lot that way. But I couldn't tell you what the 119 spike was in the Babadook, and I'm not sure if you could either.
No,
No.
I can't think I can pin that down.
All right.
Well, there's a scene where he, exposes himself. It's got to be that, like where you first see him.
Yeah.
Because that's terrifying. But there could be something else. I'm not sure.
I got you. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Tim's heading out. Tim, you have a good one, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. Number 16, Paranormal Activity, the first one. Yes. Paranormal Activity. I can pretty much guarantee that had a overall 64 to 80, a 115 spike, 16 BPM, 15 HRV with a 73 score. Hell freaking yeah, dude. I could tell you that 115 spike was probably at the end. Guarantee it was the end of that freaking movie. That movie scared the hell out of me the first time I watched it, man. Now I've watched it since and I've been fine. But the first time that, I watched it, yes, 100%. 100 freaking percent for sure. Wayne talking about the Babadook, another Aussie horror movie, and he said he has it on Blu-ray. Michelle said The Bedroom Ceiling, talking about the Babadook. The Bedroom Ceiling.
And see, I don't know it enough to know what she's talking about. But it's a scary movie, man.
She's talking about The Attack.
Yeah. It's a scary movie, dude.
Wayne is saying, we can hear you great, Matt. We can hear you just fine. Michelle said, I'm doing my best. Definitely doing my best with the comments. Moving on to number 15, because we have limited amount of time to get through these. The Descent. I absolutely freaking love The Descent, dude.
We share that, Michael.
That movie plays on both the creatures and my my phobia of being closed in somewhere, my claustrophobia, man. And that movie does a great job playing on both of those. That was a 64 to 79, a 121 spike, overall difference of 15 and 16. The final score for that, the scare score, was 74. So The Descent at number 15. Now, Matt,
there is go-to for me.
Hell yeah, dude.
The Descent is a go-to, yeah.
Hell freaking yeah. Now, there's a 3-way tie for 12. Okay. And I'm just going to go over all 3 of these. So we went from 15 to 12 because there's 3 movies that are all tied. And that is The Dark and the Wicked, which I don't have, a lot of, knowledge of.
I've never heard of it.
It Follows, which I have seen quite a bit, and The Conjuring 2. So all 3 of those are tied for number 12.
I mean, it's a no-brainer where I'm going to go because the first movie I've never heard of.
Right.
It Follows, I've seen, but I've seen it one time, and it was forever ago.
Right.
So I don't have a whole lot, um, to go off of, but I love The Conjuring 2. And it does have some, we're also veterans, man, with horror movies. We've seen a lot. If sometimes I think we should step back sometimes and think about, like, say somebody who is 17, 18 years old, today, and they're turning on The Conjuring 2. I could see that being a little terrifying.
Yeah.
I could. But, we've seen it all, dude. But yeah, when the nun first appears and, she's like, "Mom, what's that?" And yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I can even put It Follows on the same level with Barbarian, where that big ass dude comes through that doorway. I guarantee that was the freaking fucking.
I remember
100%.
you talking about that, Michael, from previous shows, but I've seen the movie, but I don't even remember that. So it's been too long.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that shit was crazy. But a three-way tie between those two, The Conjuring having the biggest spike, 116. It Follows 96, and The Dark and the Wicked at 88. All right, now we're getting into these, Matt. Number 10, Talk to Me. Dude, I already know that the spike for that was that kid banging his head on the freaking table. It had to be. It had to be for me. That was a 64 to 79, a 106 spike. Overall, BPM was 18. HRV difference was 15. Lost my place. I need to keep highlighting these. And with an overall score of 75. Dude, I really enjoyed Talk to Me. Like, Talk to Me, we talked about that when it first came out. I put that on my list for the year. It's one that I own. It's a good movie. I love the soundtrack as well. It's good, man. It is definitely good.
We laugh.
Oh my God. Michelle said The Exorcist has to be number 1. Oh, also saying I loved Talk to Me. Val is saying that movie scared the shit out of me. Patrick is saying, how many IFC Midnight films have you listed? I no idea. Probably not many. But this is the list that was given to me. Oh, let's see. Matt, you're going to love this next one, number 9, because this is your jam, buddy. This is your jam.
I'm ready.
The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Oh, God. It is my jam.
That is number 9 with a 64 to 82, a 96 spike, an overall difference of BPM of 78, HRV difference of 17, with a scare score of 76. I will let you have the floor with The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Dude, I love that because it's not most of this movie, is in the courtroom.
Yeah, it is.
But the moments that it does have, and so many things I've honestly, like, that you have had talking to you over the years, I've focused more on as far as, like, how they build it up, and especially how they build it to be something real. So you get so much of this with The Exorcism of Emily Rose, man. It's not a movie that's, you're not going to have a ton of jump scares, and, it's not that kind of movie.
Right.
But when it does go to hit home,
yeah,
they hit some home fucking runs, dude. When they're talking, showing her, like, first time where she had an issue in her dorm where she believes she first got possessed and stuff. Mm-hmm. They hit that shit. I think they hit a home run with it, dude. They really do. Because I'm actually surprised as far as scares that it's up this high, but then I do get it. And it's probably, I talk a lot about when I was younger, the movies that scared me, and that as I got older, not a whole lot scared me. this is probably, now I was a little bit younger, I wasn't 8, but I was, 18, 19. I went to the theater and watched this movie. And when I got home, I remember that evening when I got home, I was a little tense and I stayed away from the basement for whatever reason. So it's one of the later movies that did get to me, dude. It has its moments, man. It has its moments. And I think it has these moments because it builds it up to be so real.
Yeah, dude, it's unnerving. The whole movie's
watching
unnerving.
Jason,
Yeah.
You're watching a true effing story that happened to a real girl named Annalise Mitchell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unnerving. Like the whole movie's unnerving as you're watching it. You know what I mean? Like it's just you're never like settled. Like it's unnerving. It's sitting up there in the collection, man. It's definitely one that I own, and it's definitely one I own for a freaking reason.
Yeah, I'd love to watch it with you sometime, Michael.
Yeah, like it's up there, man. And I know that's one of your jams right there.
Yeah.
So this one I'm a little, I don't know. I feel a little. Number 7 and 8, they go together. Okay. Number 8 is Smile, and number 7 is Smile 2. So they're back to back at number 7 and number 8. The first Smile I thought was good. It went a 64. They both go 64 to 83. Smile 1 has a 114 spike to where Smile 2 has a 110 spike. Their overall difference is the same, of 15. Their HRV difference is 16 for Smile 2, 15 for Smile 1. And that gives it Smile 2 a score of 79 over 78 for Smile 1. Dude, I'm not really big on having these up this high, but then again, that's my opinion. That's where, I said that, people are different. When the first Smile came out, I was creeped out. I was creeped out by it. Smile 2, I don't even know if I finished the movie. Like I don't even know if I made it all the way through because I don't remember the ending.
I enjoyed Smile 2 better.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I did not.
Yeah.
But then again, that's kind of, our thing, right? We never agree on that stuff.
Yeah.
Because you said you like Sinister 2 better than Sinister 1 too, didn't you? Yeah. I can't see that for the life of me.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
I did.
But yeah, so number 8 and number 7 are Smile and Smile 2. And I mentioned this movie a little earlier because we're going on to our number 6, Hereditary. Ooh. That's, dude, when that girl's head at the beginning, like I'll never live that down, man. This is another one that I own, Hereditary. 64 to 82 with a 104 spike. I'm pretty sure I know when that 104 spike was. The overall difference is 18 and 19, giving it a score of 81.
Yeah.
Hereditary.
Dude, after that, I don't care what a movie does. It's not going to top that because all kinds of emotions went through me.
Yeah.
And the biggest one is just could you imagine that happening to you?
Yeah.
Could you imagine being that mother?
Yeah. No way.
I'm sorry. What, dude? You can't even blame him for just not doing anything. What do you do?
Yeah.
It hits like a fucking freight truck, dude.
Yeah.
Christy's
yeah,
awesome.
Dude. I own it it's in the collection.
That scene is nuts, man. Because it does make me think too. You can't not watch that and start thinking what would you do if you were in that situation? I don't know. I know I would probably go drown myself in whatever drugs and alcohol I could find somewhere in a city far away. I don't know.
Right.
But
Michelle's bringing up a good point, and I feel like I agree with this 100%. The people I talk to about scary movies, that's fair. You either love it or you hate it. I feel like there's a lot of people that fit that with Hereditary. Either they say it's one of the best horror movies ever made, or they're like it's boring and I didn't like it. And I feel like that's a major consensus, with this movie. And I feel like Babadook is like that as well.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. And here's what I'll say about both of those. And for me, the reason with Babadook is that it is so depressing. Like, you've got to be, you're not just getting home from work. Like, I want to feel good. I'm going to put in Babadook, that's not going to happen.
Right. The same with Hereditary, for me anyway.
Same with Hereditary. The only thing I've always praised Hereditary, and I'm a guy who likes movies with a lot of rewatchability, which this does not have for me. But that by no means makes that a shitty movie. It's a great movie, even if it's one I'll watch every 5 years. You know what I mean? It's a good movie. But I'm going to put in Jason X if I want to just jam out.
Right. That's a different type of entertainment, though.
Not Hereditary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a great film.
Yeah, 100%. Matt, number 5. We're going to both have plenty to say about most of these next one because we're down to number 5. Matt, number 5 is The First Conjuring. 64 to 84.
Scary.
Highest spike of 132. 132. Overall difference of BPM 20. HRV difference 18, giving it a score of 88.
What's our highest spike so far?
I want to say that it was 130. Hold on. We have 105. We have 123, 122. This is our highest one. This is at 132. This is 10 higher than any that we've talked about. Well, 9 higher.
And this is for the OG Conjuring.
Yeah.
And it's
dude, that's got to be Bathsheba on that wardrobe fucking dresser.
It's 132?
Yeah, it's 132.
Okay.
It's got to be that scene. It's got to be. It's got to be the scene where she looks up and Bathsheba's up there with that. Rah! Dude, I was in the theater and I jumped. I went to the theater and saw this movie twice. Okay. And I don't do that often. This one I did. And yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be that. Like
the only spike that's going to top that is when you finally forget that I keep bringing this up and I have Bathsheba in my spare bedroom up on top of the loft where I send you and we're down here hanging out to go get an extra beer for me.
Yeah. And it's going to be fucking hanging up there.
And and we see you come out fucking shit in your pants. Yeah. Like, I can't. I'm going to do that to you, Michael. I love you. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
But it's going to happen.
It's fine. It's fine.
Michael, when you're back, can you get some of them Doritos when you're back there? Like, oh, shit. No, that was a terrifying moment, dude.
Oh, yeah. Michelle saying this belongs there. I agree. I do. Jen is saying that one was not one of my favorites because it seemed to be more played out. Michelle's saying The Exorcist will top all. And Patrick is saying The Conjuring is so cool.
Now, what is Jen? Let us know what was too played out. Are you saying the scare, like the jump scare, or let us know what you're saying there, Jen?
Matt, number 4, you're gonna love this one too. So is the chat. I know there's a lot of fans in here, and I'm smiling. Insidious. The first Insidious is number 4 with a 64 to 85 and a spike of 133.
Beating The Conjuring
of 121. The HRV difference of 18 with a scare score of 90. I know what the jump scene is. At least I know what it is for me. What are you thinking for Insidious? Was the spike
on the original Insidious? I mean,
yes.
I love the Insidious movies. Do you know that?
Yeah,
because we had that thing where, like, I think they're way better than Sinister, but that's not the fan favorite. The biggest Spike and the OG. And
It's right on the tip of my tongue. I know what it's got to be.
Go ahead, man. Because
Where they're sitting at the table and his mom's telling him about when he was a kid.
okay.
And fucking it pans over and the red-faced demon is right behind her, dude. And it gives that loud, you know what I mean? And it's right there, dude.
Okay.
Every time I watch it, if I'm not paying very close attention, it still gets me. And even if you know it's coming, you have to time the beats or it's still going to get you. It's got to be.
The reason I had you, because I would have lost, because the reason I wanted you to go is because I know how much I love that movie and I want to sound stupid, because there's a lot of good jump scares in there. You know, the baby phones they got.
Yeah.
You know, when he starts screaming in that microphone, that's creepy. When she runs up and gets into the baby's room and the guy's behind her.
Yeah, that's creepy shit
with
too.
The sheets, like there's a lot of good stuff, man.
I still, dude, and I bring this up every time we talk about it. I love, and it's not a jump scare, it's just a scene that I love, where Lin Shaye's standing over that kid's bed and she's looking up and she's whispering to the guy drawing the red-faced demon. I love that scene, dude. I love it so freaking much.
Do you know the guy that's drawing is the writer?
Yeah, you told me that last time we were talking about that. Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
I think that's so cool. Spec and his partner are so good in those movies.
Yeah, dude. Even the other ones that people don't like as much, I still like. You know, like the key one. Like I enjoy that one.
I do, dude. I like them all except Red Door.
Yeah, Red Door just sucks so bad.
I like them. I've been watching them with my dad actually.
Yeah,
and he loves the two guys. He's like, it's they're talking about their van that got out there. What's he say? We call it the Winnebagost.
Yeah,
and they think they're dude. And they've always got they're Michael. They're guys we could fucking chill with. They've always got like shirts that have like G.I. Joes on them or like Transformers. They're fucking.
Well, that was funny because he pulled out that action figure. He's like, "Oh, this is worth a lot of money if you would have left it sealed."
You should have kept it in the box.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yes. All right, we're down to number 3, and I can't say I agree with number 3, but they have Skinamarink as number 3, with a 64-84, with a 113 spike. The overall difference 20. HRV difference 22 with a scare score of 91.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I know of it. I have not watched it.
It's really called Skinamarink.
Yes,
Skinamarink. It's a horror film?
It is a horror film. Yes. Yes, it is.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it is. Let's see. Russell saying The Conjuring is awesome. Michelle agrees. Patrick is saying I love La Llorona. What a pleasant surprise. Michelle saying the fucking lawnmower and Sinister. Yes. Yeah. Sharknado number 2. Sharknado is number 2. Of course it is. Of course it is. Jen was saying, for me, the jump scare just seemed like the ones I had seen in other movies. Oh, it got me.
And which movie was she talking about?
The Conjuring with Bathsheba up on the.
Oh, Jen. I love you, Jen, but I can't agree with you on that. I thought they were pretty. I like when the sheets blow and then it forms that, figure. I thought that was badass too.
That definitely was. Definitely.
And then Bathsheba on top of the fucking.
Gina said she saw Skinamarink in the theater and it was just too dark and boring. I got you. Michael G said I saw it in theater. Skinamarink was no good.
When did this movie come out?
I couldn't tell you. It's a very disturbing horror film and an IFC midnight film. All right, hey, there you go. There's one there for you, Patrick. There it is. All right,
Yeah.
number 2, Matt.
All
We're
right.
down to number 2, and we have the movie Host. I have
Willy
seen.
Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Huh?
Willy Wonka.
No, Host.
Shit was frightening. Fuck, dude.
The Wizard of Oz.
I'm serious. I'm not even playing, but go on.
Host is number 2. If you haven't seen Host, Host was a movie that was made during the COVID times. Like the whole movie is over basically like Teams or whatever the chat program was, and it was about them summoning something from the dead that ends up. I'm not gonna tell you what happens. But yeah, so that was a 64 to 88 with a highest spike of 130. Overall difference in BPM is 24. HRV difference is 18. The scare score is a 95 for Host. So Host is on the board. It's up there. Another movie that I have up there, or that I own, Host. It's a decent movie. It's not bad. I mean, it has its jump scares. It definitely does. I don't know if it belongs, you know, how high it is. But it does have one really good jump scare in there that's if you're paying attention, you kind of know that it's coming though. But I enjoyed it. Not enough to make it number 2 though. I don't think it's up that high.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's decent. Let's see. Jen was saying when the sheets, I guess the sheets. Avchita Patrick is saying good boy number 1. Michelle say that sucks. When the sheets blew was one of my favorite parts. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Yeah, I liked it too.
Michelle said we still need Texas Chainsaw, Sinister, and The Exorcist. Now we did have the original Texas Chainsaw. That was number which one was that? That was up there at number 28. So we did have that Texas Chainsaw for sure. Good Boy is a fantastic movie. Michelle saying TCM won't make it. TCM 2 make it? Nah. Michelle saying yeah, Michelle saying Sinister or The Exorcist. Patrick is saying it's so haunting. Yes, you talking about Good Boy? Yeah, I enjoyed Good Boy. It was decent.
Is that with the dog?
Yes.
You guys actually watched that?
I did. I did watch Good Boy. It was decent.
Was it?
It was decent. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was different, but it was decent. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it.
Maybe I'll check it out.
I mean, I'm not going to watch it 10 times. You know what I mean? But yeah. I appreciate it.
I've seen it. I'm just like a movie from a dog's point of view.
You know, well, I thought, you know, In a Violent Nature was going to be cool. And that was boring as shit to me.
I've still not watched it, Michael.
I thought it was like, hey, we're going to get to see it from the killer's point of view. And I was just ready to bang my head against the wall at the end, expecting something to happen that never happened at the end. It was all over the place. But
remember, I was stoked for it to come out. Remember?
Yeah. I mean, to me, it was just like, oh, we're getting Jason, but it's not Jason. And then we're going to see, you know, stuff from Jason's point of view. And it was just like,
you guys even joked like, Matt, you love to see the characters. Just watch them walk. I've even said I just want to see them walk around the woods.
Yeah, and that's it, man. That you got it right there. Trust me, it's not all it's cracked up to be. You know, like it is.
But I do need to visit it, you know, just so I know.
Yeah, it does have one gnarly kill in there that's freaking crazy. But other than that, man, yeah, not a big deal. Number 1, this is Sinister. The original Sinister comes in at number 1.
Is it really?
64 to 86.
Why the fuck?
A 131 highest spike.
Why does Sinister always
BPM
get
of 22?
more praise than My Insidious? You guys suck.
Is 21 with a scare score of 96. So highest spike of 131. It's right up there. Insidious did beat it by 2 points, and The Conjuring did beat it by 1 point in highest spike. But if I had to guess,
no, it didn't.
Yeah, Insidious had a 133.
Sinister's number 1.
Yes, overall it is number 1. But talking about the highest spike, spike scare, jump scare, that would belong to Insidious from the list. It had the highest jump scare,
But
followed by The Conjuring.
overall,
The overall winner was Sinister at number 1. Yes, because of the heart rates throughout the whole movie. So Sinister's great, dude. It is freaking great. A 131 spike. Dude, there's a couple of them in there. If I had to guess, it's got to be the damn lawnmower. But that doesn't mean that it is. But if I had to guess, that's
I'm gonna watch it again in the next like 2 days.
what, Sinister?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's great, dude.
I
It's
didn't
great.
like it that much.
Yeah.
But I owe it another viewing.
Oh yeah.
I do.
Yeah, dude, it's great. Now it is kind of that slow burn horror, it's Sinister, that it does, but it's good. Let's see. Michael G saying I'm a good boy. Good boy is really good. Michelle saying told you Sinister would be number 1. Patrick is like Sinister. No, not Sinister. Michelle said, I'm good. Russell said, awesome. I like Sinister.
But, yeah, I got to do it again, man. Like, yeah, I put Insidious way above Sinister.
Michael G is saying Sinister is number 1 because it's one of my favorites and I like good movies.
Yeah, well, Michael is also a complete fucking jackass. So, I mean, you really just take what he says for, what it is.
Michelle is saying, no Exorcist. What the hell? You would think that The Exorcist would be higher.
Dude, there's a poll where they're talking about shit from like when Exorcist is still the number 1 scariest movie of all time. Like on a even more legit, dude, it is.
Okay.
I'm telling you, Michael, there's a poll.
I mean, I believe you. It's fine.
Where they have a scariest movies of all time, and it's hanging, and it deserves it 110, especially when you're talking about what it did at that time.
For its time, 100%.
Nobody comes motherfucking close to that shit.
Yeah.
Close.
I'll find it on this list because it goes higher than we went. I'll see what they have it as, and then we can all like throw fits. Michelle is saying that lawnmower scene took my heart out. Yeah, it was fucking Jesus. I wasn't ready.
I don't even
for it.
remember a lawnmower scene.
Oh God, dude, you got I wasn't ready for it. Russell saying it was a creepy scene. Let me check to see the list where the Exorcist, because it's fine. I find it hard to believe that the Exorcist is on here. Oh, they do have the Exorcist on here. At number 35. So it was 4 past where we went. Dude, you're not gonna like this, Matt. Number 32 was Insidious, The Red Door.
I could care less about The Red Door.
33 was Hush. 34 was The Nun 2. You gotta be freaking.
The Red Door was terrible.
Oh my God.
But I'm telling you, because I don't think anybody could even, as far as what it did at its time, I don't think anything's ever going to come close to how terrifying The Exorcist was at its time.
Yeah.
When it came out. No, I don't think anything touches it.
You have to think too. The Exorcist came out in a different time than now. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, dude. Like, what was The Exorcist? 1974, 73? 73. So what was life like in 1973? What were people doing? I'm sure that it just freaking, like, people were losing their freaking mind.
Dude, losing their mind.
Losing their fucking mind.
Yeah, scary wise, on a real factor where you can consider everything in the time, nothing's going to come close to The Exorcist.
Yeah, like, dude, there's a scene in The Exorcist 3 that made me jump. Do you remember when that lady's walking out and that thing comes with those fucking like clippers behind her and just oh my God, that scares the shit out of me every time I see that.
I don't really want to watch 3 very often because I'm also a big true crime guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have my like limits and shit. But that was the movie that Jeffrey Dahmer watched every evening to get himself pumped up to do what he did.
The Exorcist 3?
Yes, was his jam. He even had people over and he'd watch that with them before he did his shit. He was obsessed with The Exorcist 3.
That's crazy.
It is, man. So I'm like, yeah, I don't really need to watch that too often.
Yeah, but I've never watched The Exorcist 3 and been like, you know what, I'm hungry to bite somebody right now. Like,
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, it's that movie to me when you also contributed to like what it's just a dark ass movie. Like, but yeah, it was his. Yeah, I'm a big true crime guy. But yeah, he watched it almost before everything he did nasty. He watched that movie. He said
interesting.
He got it. That got him in the mood, and yeah.
You know how I get myself in the mood, Matt, is I watch Tucker and Dale. That reminds me of that's how I get myself motivated. I watch Tucker and Dale and say, man, I had a doozy of a day. Let me tell you. That's where I go.
Movie is so funny, dude.
That's my brain.
Playing board games.
Yeah.
Michael, I never had more fun than you get a chance, dude. I'll have you over for a barbecue. But there is nothing. You watch a freaking horror comedy, whatever, with Mad Mom. Dude, she fucking loses her mind.
Yeah,
over scenes and shit. It's just crazy, but she makes it so damn fun. We were watching. Have you seen Ready or Not 2?
I haven't seen 2. No.
Okay. You've seen Ready or Not the first one?
Oh, gee, yeah.
Okay. Well, dude, we were watching Ready or Not 2, and it is funny, dude. There's a scene where the two girls are fighting, and their eyes are like compromised. They can't see each other, and they're, throwing fists in the air and shit. And my mom was just fucking losing her shit laughing. But she's got a great sense of humor when you're watching a movie with good comedy, man. But yeah, you gotta experience that shit. It's fucking great. It's great.
So freaking good.
And then you look over at my dad. He's sitting there shaking his head, like, my mom's losing.
Oh my god,
dude, this was great, man.
It was fun.
I love the show, dude.
It was definitely fun to do. Did you have anything you want to talk about, Mad Matt, before we got out of here?
Dude, the only thing I will say about Mad Matt's Mask is that we are full fucking throttle, guys. I'll tell you guys this, that we recently made a huge jump that we were very nervous about because we were in a booth the size of 2 booths. And my goal was originally to get to 3.
Mm.
But a booth around the corner opened up that was 4. So it was a little bit bigger than I had imagined. But we all got together and we were like thinking, we could pass this up and we could wait for 3 to open up for 5 years. It could open up next week. You have no idea.
Right. So
we made a huge jump, man. And we're right around the corner. And I'm so glad we made it. There's room for everybody to just, before we could have 2-3 people in the shop and we were maxed out. People would see a couple of people in there and just pass us up. Now we have a freaking continuous circle of 10, 15 people in the shop. It's awesome. But we've grown big time, and anybody watching, you guys in the chat, especially if you're, from Movies and Beyond, I will definitely hook you up. But come check us out, man. We are full go, and we have got everything in there. Trick or Treat Studios stuff, Mezco, Entertainment Earth, custom shit, life. We got 2 life-size Oompa Loompas in there right now. Like, where do you see that shit, dude?
Right.
And the last thing I'll say that I'm stoked that we just got off the ground today is a new line of custom scarecrow masks that are going to have your favorite slashers underneath a handmade scarecrow mask. We're calling them slasher crows. Going to be completely done by hand. So you'll have Michael Myers like in a freaking full scarecrow. You've seen our custom scarecrow mask, right, Michael?
Yeah. Yep.
Same guy that's doing that is going to be doing the slasher crows. And we're starting them off with a Michael, a Ghostface, a Jason, and a Leatherface. Dude, they're going to be one of a kind. So, dude, we're trying to do big things, man. But I'd love to see any of you guys from the show come check out the shop. You know where we're at, Monroe, Ohio, Traders World. So, and I'll always try. Next show, I'll try to when we get some of the slasher crows, I'll try to bring them on here and show you guys. They're going to be absolutely sick. But
hell yeah, I'm curious to see the Jason one. You know that.
God, dude,
you already know.
Give him a sick ass mask too. It's already weathered. He's going to paint on the chevrons. And what's so cool is his shit is grimy. I don't want this shit to look clean and pretty like he purchased it at Spirit.
Right.
I want you to look at him and be like, that's a killer that's been wearing that, killing people for like 25 years. That's what we want.
Doesn't Spirit of Halloween call the Jason mask they sell like the goalie killer or the goalie?
That's actually the Trick or Treat Studios one.
Oh, is it?
It's called the goalie, yeah. And it's actually a nice quality mask, but they just didn't want to pay for the rights. I get that.
Right.
So
that's what a lot of it is. One last question for you. Michelle's asking where's that sword that you had on here? That sword that you were looking to sell. It was like a big sword you had on here. That was a couple months back.
Did I show it on the show?
Yeah.
Let me grab it. Was it the Witcher sword?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It was the Witcher sword.
Yeah, let me grab it. I think I still have it.
While Matt's doing that, I just want to remind everyone, and I will put it, in the chat here, that Friday, come check out the premiere. Come check out the premiere the 7th day. It will premiere at 8 p.m. The open chat will be live until then. The live chat is open for it now. So go over and check it out. Hit that like button. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I can't wait for you guys to check this out. I'm nervous and excited at the same freaking time. So make sure you guys go over there, give it a like so YouTube pushes it out. I want as many people to see it as possible. Yes, that's it. That is the sword that you had on here.
Okay. Well, tell me who's interested, because I'll give you a hell of a fucking deal, because I'm a generous guy.
Yeah.
And you and Michelle are my peeps. So I still have it.
Yep.
But let me know who it's for.
All right, I'll talk to you offline and see if we can't come to a agreement on it.
Yeah,
because Michelle wants it.
Dude, this thing is the real dude. It's heavy as shit. Like, but yeah, I still got it. And if that is for a friend,
yeah,
you have killer deals.
Excellent. But yeah, thanks, Matt. Thanks for being here tonight. This was man, awesome. It was fun. And even you, Matt, I expect you Friday at 8 to be in the premiere chat to watch the premiere the 7th day. I'll shoot you the links, all the links for that. I'm so excited for you guys to see this. I cannot wait. I will be blowing up the Movies and Beyond posts, the Instagram posts, the Facebook posts all week. You guys are going to be tired of hearing about it up until Friday itself to get people over to check out this teaser trailer. Matt, dude, this is always fun as hell. I can't wait to do the next one.
Yeah, and just, dude, fucking kudos, dude. I'm so glad that I don't know. I'm just proud of you, man, for doing this the 7th day.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you've been wanting to do something like this for a long time, dude. I cannot wait to see your work. And I have no doubt it's the beginning of more that you'll do. So
It's and I will say this, and I'll talk about this a little more at the 8:15 stream we do after the premiere. So check that out too. That'll be posted here soon. It's first project, right? It's not going to be perfect. You know, there's a lot of things we learned along the way, a lot of things.
The third project will be perfect.
I hope so, dude. They'll get better and better. I mean? Yeah, they'll get better and better. Like anything else, you learn. But I am excited to share, the first project with everyone. I mean, technically, it's not my first project. I think I shot the Terminator 2 before the actual Terminator 2 came out with a camcorder, and it was filmed like a play, and we used tinfoil as the broken up Terminator. I think we did that in like 1989. Me and a couple of kids in the neighborhood. And I also made a Batman movie around that time, to where if I could find that, I swear to God, I would put it in the editor and put some music.
Are you bullshitting right now?
No, dude, I made that in like 1989. Now, with that stuff, we had no idea of, filming angles. Everything was filmed like a play, and people would come in and out of the scenes. You know what I mean? Like, we had no concept of people I grew up with. We were like 11. 10 and 11 years old, with camera. We all got squeaky. Batman sounded like he was, I'm Batman. You know what I mean? Because you got a squeaky voice at that age. You're a little freaking kid. And then, so, all stuff, not knowing any better. But yeah, man, this is, the first project, and I can't wait to share it with everyone. And yes, I'm excited. But Matt, this has been great, dude. Been great hanging out. Go ahead and jump off here. Call it a night. I love all of you guys in the chat, and I can't wait to see you next time. Let's head out, Matt. Peace.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.
Hey, you